Hey guys, Who is Revel here, trying to give you some hints and tips to survive and win the culling. Um, First things first, you gotta get a weapon right away. If you see me doing here, punching the sides of the starting point, you can get rocks and craft a knife in the beginning to kind of give you a leg up on other people. Fists are by far the weakest of all your options, and you really want to have a weapon as soon as you possibly can. In the early game, I prefer blade weapons, knives, machetes, things of that nature, because they do extra bleeding damage on whomever you're going against. So, um, in the beginning, not a lot of people are going to have armor because you need funk to get the armor. So if you have the blade weapon, you're going to have an advantage because you're doing extra damage compared to the other weapons that are available. I am not following my own advice right now because I switched to a spear, but I'm running a build where I run faster with spear. Anyways, the way that I usually strategize and play is I want to get a kill really, really fast. That way you get funk from the kill. You set yourself up to get your package later in the game, to get question mark crates later in the game. So I like just being aggressive early and going after a kill. Where I spawned in this game particularly, I knew there was going to be someone in this 3-story building. So I ran really quickly to try to get him. This guy jumps, breaks his leg. I didn't want to do that. So I slowly go after him after you watch me whiff all of my spear attacks. But in any case, having a weapon really early is definitely a priority. Everyone's going to have their preference. I think blades are going to be the way to go just because of the extra damage. But you can think otherwise. A quick note on combat. This game is basically a melee combat game. It has ranged attacks with the bows and with the guns, but most of the encounters you're going to get into are going to be with melee weapons. So to understand how the melee weapons work is it's basically a game of rock, paper, scissors. So you have block, push, and attack. So block beats attack, push beats block, and then attack would beat and attack would beat push or unguarded. So also don't be afraid to throw your weapons. People will run away from you. You can just pick it up and keep yourself going. This guy has explosive runs, so he's getting away with them, but I eventually catch up to him. Anyways, so yeah, rock, paper, scissors is the basic way to think about combat. There'll be something you'll see later in the video that's a pretty common tactic. Once you get a block or a push, so you get them if they attack you and you block, and you get them in an animation where they can't do anything, you're gonna attack, and then immediately follow up with a push, because most low tier players, even medium tier players, and even myself at times, I have trouble not doing this. They immediately guard after being stunned. So if you have them stunned, attack, and then immediately push, you break that guard, and you immediately get a follow-up attack. As you get to later in the game, when there's more advanced players, they know this is coming, so they're less likely to fall for this. But it certainly can still happen. Yeah, so I finally tracked down and killed that guy. You have to blend charged attacks with quick strike attacks. Whenever you have someone stunned, you always pretty much want to get a charged attack in, because that gives you the most damage for your buck. You want to do quick attacks whenever their guard is down really quick, to get a jab in, to get them either to force up a guard or attack you back to get them stunned. Really, the key to being successful in this combat game is getting players in a stunned position, so you just get free hits on them. just a little bit ago, you saw me make armor. The first thing I do after I get a kill usually is make some armor. You can use a backpack that a lot of people have on them, and combine it with a rock, and that will make armor, which will give you an advantage, especially in the early rounds where most people will not have armor. So that's one of my first resource investments. To me, my goal is just to work up to my package. I don't care what funk I have right away. The random tier question mark spawners are great, but they're random, so you can get a really, really good roll out of them, or you can get lung butter. I like to rely on what I can control, which is my package delivery. I set mine at 200. I get a level tier 4 weapon from that. But that's my goal with my funk management, is I want to get enough for a package. I don't care if I have enough to buy a 200 spawner. If I do, great. If I don't, it's okay with me too. Another point I'd like to bring out is that bows right now are broke during this current patch. They basically do double the damage of what they see. So right now I also prioritize getting a bow pretty early. I haven't done it yet, but I think I will here in a bit. But they do quite a bit of damage right now. So they are definitely something. Now I steal a bow off this guy coming up here. A couple final points, and I'll let just the video play out. There's a lot of things you can do that you may not realize you can do. So whenever you're getting your package delivered, you can look up in the sky, shoot it with a bow and arrow, and it comes down a little bit quicker. It's not like earth-shatteringly quick, but it does get you your package a little bit quicker. You can also, with arrows, shoot gas containers. You can also melee attack gas containers to get them to release the gas quicker. If you do a melee attack, you're going to get hit with the gas as well. But the arrow, if you shoot it with an arrow farther away, you can kind of catch someone up by surprise. All in all, I usually don't like attacking people with gas. It's too slow. You can run away with it too easy, and you're really not going to get a kill unless the player is totally not paying attention or a new player. You see here I got tier 3 weapons, so I'm immediately recycling my tier 1s. Definitely recycle all the stuff you're not going to use. Tier 1 weapons, after you get anything better, just start recycling them, get your funk build up. This is a good spot to recycle because it's indoors. Anytime you can find a recycler indoors, it's awesome because you're protected by the sound. This game gives you sound from pretty far away, so you know whenever someone's coming up to you pretty quickly. So I'm not sure if I hit him with the bow here, but yeah, he's double the damage on bows right now. So they're pretty powerful. I have this guy down to pretty much nothing by the time I even get up to him. Yeah, so anyways, practice obviously will make you better and survive. Don't get discouraged. I definitely practice the stun push attack combo. That's one of the more prevalent you see. And also practice when you're stunned not waking up to block, because it just leaves you vulnerable to be pushed, and a cycle of being stunned and attacked. Anyways, I'm gonna let this play out, and thanks, and yeah, thank you.
That's another death. The killer used a spear. Are now available for delivery. It's time for Loot Pinata. Head to the center arena and hit the floating crate to get what's inside. Loot Pinata. Airdrop drone. reminder to get